Yeah, Mlarcin and Justin, because he is going the Aegis, the Pyra, and the Mythra against Justin's Sephiroth. And leading off with the blazing end, blazing end. See, this is the kind of Sephiroth that you expect to see, quote unquote, like just someone that plays a little bit quicker, able to get some crazy combos off of up throw, condition shield very quickly. Looking for the down air. Fun fact to everybody that doesn't know. Pyra down air outranges Octo Slash, even going straight up. You just have to time it correctly, and yeah, that's a dead Seth. So, fun. That's fun to know. Especially if you're a Sephiroth player. Though some of these blazing ends are a little bit sus. Because of there's most of the time when you throw out blazing end, and if it doesn't connect, you lose a lot of advantage off of it. You don't get to attack, you don't get to do anything off of it, so you're just left very, very vulnerable. And the Nair interferes. Speaking of vulnerable, alright, blows him up afterwards. So here we are back with solo Pyra throughout this entire game thus far, not even bothering to switch to the Mythra. Might be one of those matches where you just feel more comfortable with Pyra because you want to blow up Sephiroth as soon as possible. But he's got his wing on deck and he's ready to blow you up too. Blazing and not doing it quite yet. Good DI to the corner is Justin. Oh, are we almost there? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay,
right,
we're almost
still
there.
Loading in, but yeah, almost there.
We're almost there. Great stuff, and great stuff from Justin to close out the second stock of Mlarcin. So he's left to the Mythra, and Mythra speed usually allows you to oppress Sephiroth and get in his face, but down 3 stocks to 1. You need to find this kill very soon, and while Mythra will get you more opportunities to find the hit, she will take a little bit longer to kill, and this is certainly the power of the Sephiroth. 200% and climbing the F smash, whiffing from the spot dodge. Back to Pyra, this should do it. And
Yeah,
here we are.
Any hit from Pyra, I would have been shocked if any hit from Pyra did not KO.
Alright, salvaged. We're back. We're in power, and so's Mlarcin with the foresight. Looking for the juggles, looking to oppress, looking to keep it going. The pressure. 48 now.
The up close pressure from Mythra is scary. She kind of reminds me of Meta Knight a little bit, but just like a better character overall, just because she has Pyra with her to be able to kill. But just the up close pressure she can do, how fast she moves throughout the air. I mean, it honestly reminds me of just like a better Meta Knight.
Yeah, it's an interesting duo, but this is kind of the perfect way to summarize the stance change idea in a character. One can blow you up, one can oppress you, and if you switch between both whenever and fluidly, then you're going to have a character that is a real problem because you're using both of them at their strongest points at any given moment. We're looking for the down air. Mythra's recovery is a lot more susceptible than Pyra's because it snaps the ledge usually a little bit later. But this is Mlarcin making a pretty fiendish comeback as he finally is playing a lot more Mythra and abusing Sephiroth's main weakness, which is he can get oppressed really hard if he doesn't have the control of the game.
Yeah, the downside of that blazing edge is that sometimes, oh my god, I can't believe that clipped Pyra, but the downside of that blazing edge is if you whiff, you kind of have to roll or retreat. You're kind of forced into a defensive choice, and that's where Justin is going to have to take advantage of the nooch, the punish, is when she doesn't have that sword and the turnaround tilt in the wrong direction. Justin is going to be clutching that game out after he had a pretty comfortable lead, but man, Mlarcin really had to make him work for that game.
Yeah, that was a long game to be working for, and it really came down to the wire. I'm surprised that we didn't see basically any out of shield option that came from Mlarcin. We saw no up B out of shield in that instance. We saw no up smash. He turned around and he F tilted, which you have basically any punish. It's Sephiroth dash attack. It is very minus. Up B at the very least is a absolutely true punish, but whether he was expecting a cross up or a roll, he kind of threw that game into the fire and has left it down 1-0 in game 2.
Yeah, I mean I feel like Mlarcin is definitely a player that can bounce back from that. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot more even of a start than what I believe the last game went. And if Sephiroth really can kind of tack things on if you're not able to play around the Shadow Flare. Or Mythra. Yeah, she definitely has the speed to kind of work around that, and that foresight. It was still going to punish off of that.
Mythra's speed is the best thing about the character, bar none. Even with all of her frame data, but the way she can play is just you almost don't have to play neutral. You can just play advantage with how fast she is and how quickly she can get in your face. And Mlarcin being very aggressive out of disadvantage, just throwing these blazing ends, throwing these fares, trying to push Justin off of ledge as much as possible. There's the dangerous shield pressure that could come from down smash, but not enough, as the punish with the forward air is going to close out that stock. And this is Mlarcin's first lead of the set. Let's see what he can make out of it. Just very much respecting the Shadow Flare, giving a lot of space.
Yeah, and Sephiroth has a pretty respectable plank game too with the ledge pin. I know he can do that on Stadium. And there is lag after that, but sometimes you do have to respect the way Sephiroth plays off of ledge. So I understand the decision of running away just to deal with the orbs of confusion, as I call them, and still live into the forward air. Back on stage is Mlarcin. Tentatively, though, is the pressure from underneath the platform. Justin dropping it.
Yeah, yet again with the up tilt. Up tilt being a surprising kill move, but it has a decent scoop in front of him. So by facing backwards and threatening back air, you can get some decent punishes on cross up, assuming that you spot dodge or shield the right moves. But this is
very similar properties to the Mlarcin type up smashes.
Yeah, very, very, very similar. But it's certainly not the greatest spot for Justin to be at this full disadvantage, and now having to deal with Pyra at kill percent. This is where Pyra can, while she won't always threaten you with raw frame data and raw movement speed, she threatens you with raw kill power, and at 139 it's gonna be hard to live another one of those forward airs. Blazing and fine catching ledge as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a long-lasting hitbox too, and it'll eventually kill. I know it's a little stale too right now, but one edge guard 2 from Justin. Nope, never mind. See you later. That move kills you at 80. It'll definitely kill at 150.
And the scoop from that was huge coming off of ledge. Okay, it's been a shift in the game plan from game 1 to 2, where Mlarcin's gonna fight. Mlarcin's gonna come off ledge and he's gonna scrap. And it's been working very, very well across the entirety of this game too, and he's been playing this super well. But he's been playing this super well off of those situations because he's expecting Justin to be blocking or to be waiting for him to come off of to grab ledge and play any sort of ledge trapping situation.
Yeah, Mlarcin has definitely been the aggressor and calling out that full hop aggressively. Justin able to claim the stock off of Pyra, but Mlarcin not giving up on this relentless aggression with the Mythra.
Whiffing the grab though, and that's pretty huge. You're not going to find this kill with Mythra quite yet, though the S smash on the complete other way. So here we are back at 132. Swip swap. What are you going to do about it? And, you almost died for an overcompensatory way to kill.
Yeah. Oh my God! Justin just stole it away. This guy's insane. That was the reverse edge guard of the tournament. That's it. He was down that whole time, and Mlarcin overextended it for 1 second, and that was it. That's it. He's done.
That was so smart. I don't know if you did, or if anyone caught it, but the wing had sprouted. Justin is looking to get this reversal. The F smash on ledge that whiffed was a perfect call out. Or was the perfect time to do so. He caught the jump with the second back air. He back through, jump, double jump back air, snipes out Pyra's jump. All she has left is her up B. She can't up B too far. She'll die first. Guaranteed. So what does Mlarcin have? He has to try and drift and find himself to ledge. And that's where Sephiroth, having that wing on deck, having that extra jump, can wait out the air dodge and punish accordingly. Great stuff from Justin to turn that game around from the depths of despair. Sephiroth finds his way to victory.